Hey folks, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community on the planet. Today is Thursday. It's September 7th. Hope you're well. It's been a while since I did a video. I was on vacation and getting back into the swing of things today. But in this video, we're going to be discussing Tilray. We haven't done an update on Tilray in a while. Getting a lot of requests about this as well. And there's been some great movement over the last couple of weeks with regards to MJ stocks. Before we get to it though, make sure to smash the like, help support me in the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe. Tick the bell, you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. So we're going to be taking a look at the Tilray chart here today. I'll discuss my thoughts and opinions on what to expect over the days, weeks, months ahead in terms of price action and some technical patterns that we're going to be looking out for. But it is looking like liftoff is imminent. So we're expecting, I would say, some point in October or in November, things are really going to start to heat up. And we know that we just came back. I did a video that HHS is recommending Schedule 3, which I said was the most likely scenario. But we could even get safe banking. There's a few other catalysts as well. So the biggest catalyst right now, we could see safe banking. We could see rescheduling to Schedule 3. We could see Florida on the ballot for adult use in 2024. And the MJ Act is up for review here in Canada as well. So we could see some updates with regards to regulations and restrictions and things like that here in Canada. So those are the four big things to be looking out for. And like I said, the charts are really starting to line up well with some bullish momentum leading into the fall and into the winter. But it's looking like October, November should be the sweet spot for when things should really kick into high gear, no pun intended. But make sure to smash the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Just as a reminder, I did launch the Pow Group merch store, and you can get to that now by going to www.powmerch.ca. So I bought that domain specifically for the Pow merch site. So powmerch.ca, powmerch.ca, and that will bring up this website here, and you can see you can actually get your Team Tilray sweater. So this is a very popular product so far. I'll be ordering some as well. I just got this in the mail along with a Pow mug. We had a ton of people ordering. So I really do appreciate the support. And great news and big news from the Murray family. I'm going to be a father. I was in PEI visiting friends and family, and we had a baby shower there. So I teased it a couple times, but going to be a father, super excited. Life's about to get even more busy than it already is, but very, very, very excited for the next chapter. And I really do appreciate the support from each and every one of you. From the bottom of my heart, I do love each and every one of you who supported me along the way. It's been a journey, and I'm here for it. I'm here with it all. I'm here with you all on this ride, and I'm not going anywhere. As long as I'm on this planet, I'll be making videos for the rest of my life. But make sure to give Pow Group a follow on X, which is formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. Again, going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. So @GroupPow, and you can follow us there, and that'll be for real-time updates. So there was some news today with regards to Tilray, and then we'll jump into the chart here. So Tilray expands market-leading MJ portfolio with launch of new Redecan products across Canada. So we know that they acquired Hexo, and Hexo had purchased Redecan, which was a private company and was one of the only profitable companies, and it was private before Hexo bought it. And then obviously Tilray acquired Hexo. And there's been tons of news coming out. I've actually tried the animal runts. It's over 30%. It's amazing. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried it. I'm really looking forward to trying, I think it's Sex Panther and Violet Fog. Those are starting to roll out across Alberta here as well. So I'm in Edmonton, so hopefully I'll see that soon. But if you've tried any of those, let me know. They're also coming out with King Sherb. So we'll read the information here. So Tilray today, under the Redecan brand, introduces a limited edition series of exclusive whole flower MJ genetics, including King Sherb animal runts, 2 high-quality indica strains meticulously cultivated by master growers. These new MJ strains join the brand's award-winning product portfolio, including consumer favorites like Wappa, Cold Creek Kush, and Blueberry OG. Also, the Blueberry OG is fantastic in the Reddies. Blair McNeil, president of Tilray Canada, said, "We are thrilled to unveil the first Redecan innovation following our acquisition of Hexo Corp. That is a pivotal moment for Redecan, marking a new era in our journey to deliver unparalleled quality and experiences to MJ consumers across Canada. With the introduction of our limited edition strains, we are pushing the boundaries of MJ cultivation and taking our commitment to product excellence to new heights. These new offerings build upon Redecan's legacy of best-selling products and set the stage for a continued evolution of the brand." And they're going to be adding those to the Reddies soon as well, so those higher potency brands. But King Sherb, Redecan's new crowning achievement, this royal cultivar reigns supreme with the lineage combining of the genetics of OGKB V2.1 and Blue Sherbert for the ultimate blend of top-notch aromatics reminiscent of the infamous Pink Kush, with primary terpenes including limonene, I don't know how to pronounce that, caraphyllene and myrcene, and farnesene. King Sherbs has distinct scents of pungent funk, cream, and diesel, available in Ontario, Alberta, and coming soon to BC. And then Animal Runts, I've already done some information on that and a review on that. And if you're not following along on the community tab, that's where I post a lot of the most raw footage, because on a lot of different platforms it does flag it, but again, really liking X as well, it doesn't flag it or anything like that. So I'll be using the community tab and X for the best place to put that raw footage there. And like I said, anything flower related, a lot of the different platforms don't like that. So this is great news. And now that Tilray is big into craft, look out for the smaller growers, right? Because we know there's over 1,000 LPs. It's just not sustainable. Even in the retail front, it's very saturated as well. So we're going to see a lot of insolvencies, potential bankruptcies as well, in my opinion. And then still a lot of mergers and acquisitions. But I'm really looking forward to this. Animal Runts was fantastic. And like I said, King Sherb, I would expect nothing less as well. And yeah, we have Violet Fog and Sex Panther to be looking out for as new flower from Redecan as well. And if anybody has tried that, let me know. But this is definitely, that Animal Runs was definitely the best flower in Canna Cabana here, which is owned by High Tide. And hearing nothing but great things about it. But we also did have some news with regards to safe banking. So U.S. Senator again promises hearing on MJ safe banking and says it's imminent. And then another article from MJ Moment, MJ banking bill talks were very productive over recess, GOP Senate Sponsor's office says, as key chairman predicts imminent agreement. So I've been saying for a while now, safe banking would be great, but it's not going to turn the industry around and enter a new multi-year bull market, right? We've been in a multi-year bear market. We need something bigger than safe banking, because safe banking doesn't solve 280E tax burden. Rescheduling to Schedule 3 or higher, or descheduling, would. So that's going to be the biggest catalyst, and that's exactly what we're looking at potentially getting here. We need the sign off from DEA, so we should get an update here in the next few months. And again, it's lining up with the technical chart patterns as well. And then, like I said, safe banking was great. We'll take both, but if we had to pick, and if I had to say the most probable to end this multi-year bear market and start a new bull market, it would be the rescheduling, so, or even descheduling. So we'll see. Maybe they come back with, there's some, I even said in my last video, don't be surprised if the media says, oh, you know, they might only do Schedule 2, right? This isn't set in stone, right? This is how they do it, right? They create moves to the upside, they short it, and then the big institutions buy again, on the dips, and then they just ebb and flow, right? Nothing goes straight up in a straight line, and nothing goes straight down in a straight line. They use it as ways to short and go long and just manipulate the market, because we know we can't have fair and orderly markets, right? The stock market is kind of a joke in that regard, but as long as you understand the game, you can't beat them at their own game, so you can join them, right? And then, like I said, be aware and then take that information. And like I said, leading into the fall, it's looking really, really good. Rescheduling likely going to happen. I would say Schedule 3. Maybe we even get a higher schedule, which would be even better, or even descheduled. We'll see. But in my opinion, it should be treated the same as alcohol and tobacco. But we'll take a look at the chart here. So at the moment, we are looking at a potential inverse head and shoulders. So we have the left shoulder, the head, and then a right shoulder that we could potentially be forming. So we could see a little bit more upside from here. We are bumping our head at EMA 12 here on the monthly time frame, which has been a brick wall of resistance. So if we can get a monthly candle close over that EMA 12, I think that's our go signal for when we really are going to expect liftoff. But if we just take a look at the inverse head and shoulders here again, if we start to see monthly consolidation, and again, I'm thinking maybe into the end of this month, into October, we're going to see monthly consolidation, which means we're just losing the low of the previous monthly candle and we're pulling back and forming a higher low. So we'll be looking for a higher low compared to the low there at 150, and we still haven't changed the monthly trend yet. So we have the low, high. This is a massive bounce right off of the low there. We're up over 120%, so about 123%. But we still haven't yet confirmed a monthly uptrend. So we still need to get our high and then our higher low and our higher high. So we still got a couple of months yet before we could confirm a monthly uptrend. So we need that higher low. And then once we start consolidation, once we lose the low of the previous monthly candle, that's when that higher low will form potentially. And if you're looking for when is a good time to add, that could be a great time to add. But again, not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'll never tell you to buy, sell, or hold, but that could be a nice area to add on a monthly higher low. So I do think that we could pull back and it'd just be healthy, right? We saw 120% of gains in a couple months. And a lot of names, a lot of people were wondering, well, how come whenever this news came out about rescheduling, Tilray didn't move? What are you talking about? Tilray didn't move. Tilray moved first out of like all the major names, right? And it's up over 120%. So what do you mean it didn't move? Over the last 3 months, it's up 120%. And then they're like, yeah, but when that news came out, some names were up 30% and 40% in a day, and they just kept going, right? Like look at AYR and a few other names as well in the US, like Trulieve. Well, they didn't run first. Tilray ran first, so those names were just playing catch up. But yes, it is better for the US MSOs because it's going to remove 280E tax burden with the rescheduling. So that's more beneficial to MSOs, but it's going to be good for MJ as a whole because Tilray's listed on a US major exchange, like the NASDAQ, right? And then that's going to allow the floodgates to open up, right? So when people start to hear that MJ stocks are heating up, well, the first ones they're going to look at is the ones on U.S. major exchanges like MSOS, the ETF, right? You got Tilray, all these names, right? The SNDL is another big one. But Tilray, in my opinion, is going to be, the best of the best long term. And I've got about 15 different MJ stocks in my portfolio. But MJ, Tilray is definitely my biggest holding. I've done a video on my top 5 holdings and my whole MJ portfolio holdings with percentages breakdown. You can check that out. But it's looking really, really good. But we could see a little bit more of a pullback. And again, if we take a look at, a name like AYR, for example, well, yes, it was beaten down like crazy. So if we take a look at AYR off of the low there, it's up almost 400% off of the low, right? So about 4x. But again, it didn't really move. Like Tilray's been moving for the last 3 months. This didn't really start to move until this month, right? So again, they're just playing catch up. That's what happens. We have laggards and we have leaders, right? And Tilray being I said this in a video too, that Canadian MJ looked a lot stronger. And it's good that we want to see names like Tilray, the leaders in the space from a dollar volume perspective, right? It has the most dollars traded in a single day out of any MJ stock, right? You got the US names are trading like 10, $20 million in a day, and Tilray will do like 2 billion in a day, right? So, but hundreds of millions easily, and sometimes in the billions. So that's what we want to see near a bottom. And like I said, we're going to potentially look for a top, then a higher low, form a potential right shoulder. And then in order to confirm, we need to break above the high here at about 512 and then 5 psychological. And if we do break that, you take the measured move from the low to the high, and then you take it out and you get your measured move, and you get, that's saying we could target about $13 here over the next few months. And it doesn't mean that it's going to happen in 2024. It doesn't mean it's going to happen in a month, 2 months. We don't know. There's no way to predict time, but it's just saying that, over the next several months to, maybe 6 months to a year, we should expect that to confirm. But if we lose the low here at about 250, that's going to negate it. So again, we still need to form a higher low and start monthly consolidation. That could give us a potential right shoulder. And then on the weekly time frame as well, we had the weekly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross, and we're starting to pull back here now. So we could potentially be due for some consolidation into next week. But again, we're still not weekly overbought, so I think we could see a little bit more upside from here. And then we pull back significantly, maybe 10, 20, who knows, maybe 30%. It would just be healthy. So if Tilray starts to pull back 20, 30%, don't be surprised. That'll just be healthy, and we'll look for a monthly higher low and then a monthly trend change. But something that hasn't happened since we were back here when the Dems took control of the Senate on hopes of legalization, when we were at $67, we had the bear cross of EMA 12 and 26, and price dropped about 96, 97%. Now we're seeing a bull cross of these EMAs. Look what happened last time. Price went from the low there around $4 all the way up to 67. When the shorter term was below the longer term and cross, that's a bull cross. Then when the shorter term is above the longer term and they cross, that's a bear cross. And then we saw tons of downside. Now we're seeing a bull cross again, with even more beaten down prices than we were back here. So this is looking really, really good leading into the fall here. Like I said, I think October, November, things are going to start to really heat up, but don't be surprised if we pull back, like I said, down to that maybe 250 range USD over the next month or so, and then form another floor. And then we'll look into, October and November as when things can really start to kick into high gear. We could get rescheduling confirmation. We could get safe banking as well. Florida on the ballot, MJ Act review here in Canada. Things are looking really, really good. But like I said, this weekly time frame is looking massively bullish just based on this bull cross here on the exponential moving averages. We're well above the 10-week moving average. We're starting to see the stochastic cool off and potentially cross bearish, adding a little bit more confluence to the fact that we could see some weakness here over the next month or so. And then, like I said, form that higher low, pull back 10, 20% or so, form that higher low somewhere around that 250 area, and then break to a monthly higher high, give us the monthly uptrend. That's what we want to see, right? We need to be confident of a bottom being in by seeing a monthly uptrend confirm. And then we're getting above the 50 weekly moving average. We have nothing there until the until the 100 there at 436, and then the 200 weekly at 875. And we're potentially seeing a golden cross here over the next couple of months as well. You can see we're very close to seeing the 50-day below the 200-day moving average and crossing. When that happens, it's considered a golden cross. Look what happened last time. Like I said, price went from about $4 all the way up to 67. Then we had a death cross with the 50-day above the 200-day. We dropped like a rock, and we dropped about 97%. And then now we're seeing another golden cross, and again, more beaten down than we were back here. So this is looking really good. Like I said, liftoff looks imminent into the fall. We don't know for sure if it's going to be a month, 2 weeks, 2 months, 6 months, a year, but it certainly is looking like the charts are saying, sometime end of October, November is when things are really going to start to heat up. We're going to see some fireworks, in my opinion. And as the saying goes, show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. People who don't believe in technical analysis, you probably just don't know how to use it or understand it, right? It's not about guarantees or this will happen or this won't happen. It's saying this has happened before, and we can take the technical patterns and we can use that as an edge. If 8 out of 10 patterns and indicators are saying we're going up, right? Well, then you're probably going to take that as guidance, and you're going to say that's probably the most likely scenario. It's just odds and probabilities. And then if 8 out of 10 indicators are saying we're bearish and we're heading to this price, well, that adds more confluence, more confidence that we're probably going to see that scenario play out, right? So markets can go up, down, or sideways as long as we're prepared for all scenarios. But I think we could be due for a nice buying opportunity here on Tilray with a monthly higher low forming. Watch for a monthly higher low as a potential nice entry, but again, not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. And I'm excited. Let me know in the comments below if you're excited. If you agree with me, disagree with me, I always love hearing from you. Make sure to check out powmerch.ca as well. Like I said, got my sweater. I'm going to be putting through another order. I'm going to be ordering the Team Tilray. There's some hats on there as well, Team Tilray hats, the POW edition. And yeah, going to be a father. Looking forward to it, and I appreciate all of the support. Love each and every one of you. Had a great vacation with friends and family, and excited to be back at it. But going into it there, if you could smash the like, share the video with anybody that might find value, and we'll see you again on the next update. Take care.